What's going on YouTube? It's your boy RTY here, back again with another Dragon Ball Fusion World video, and today we're going to be covering Frieza. That's right, Yellow just keeps getting better. Now, this deck is very similar to the Cooler list. In fact, I would say it's pretty much copy and paste, just a few changes as far as ratios go, and also the addition of this Kui here. So without further ado, let's hop into it, get into the deck review, and then an example gameplay. So first thing is your one drops, very traditional, same as Cooler, right? So you're going to start off with your 4 Zarbon, your 4 Sorbet, and your 4 Frieza. This is just your searcher. This is a draw card, and this card is a 10k counter, but also can tap down any card on the field in order to use any of your effects. Very good card for sure. After that, you have 4 Ginyu. This card is a core to this deck. It's part of the big combo, allows you to go wide really fast and just make it so that your opponent has so much to deal with, you can overwhelm them pretty easily. After that, you have 2 of the Kui. This card is really annoying for a lot of cards, for a lot of decks, right? It's just a blocker, but when it blocks and is KO'd, it taps down something. So it makes it so that they can't really attack, unless it takes one attack away from them, which is really good. So, and then you obviously get to restand, etc., etc. So after that, you have 3 knees, excuse me. I still think that I would prefer, I don't know, this card is really good. It's a 10k counter versus the 5k that Zarbon has, but having the mandatory effect of having to take a life is a drawback for me, but the 10k counter just makes it so that you run 3 of this and 2 of the Zarbon. Otherwise, they're the same card. Zarbon's on-play effect of taking a life is optional. That's the only difference. After that, you have 2 Barter. This card is just here for consistency. It makes your Raccoon combo strong. Even if you don't see Ginyu, you at least have another option. So, just consistency's sake, and also just another 10k counter. After that, you have 4 of the 2-drop Frieza. This card's just the best 2-drop in the game. When attacking, take a life and then tap down, rest one of your opponent's characters. Just absurdly good. Very, very good card. Also helps with closing out games, so you could take your own life to add to your combo, etc. Yeah, and then you have Raccoon as your 3-drop. Like I said, this is a big combo piece. You go Raccoon, Ginyu into 2-drop Frieza ideally, or you can go Raccoon, Ginyu into either one of your other 2-drops. But yeah, this is just so much pressure on your 3 energy turn. You're swinging with leader, and then you're swinging with three characters. Your opponent's going to struggle to remove your board fast, and that's what this deck does pretty well. That's why it has a good job of a good matchup against green. The big difference between Cooler and Frieza is that this deck has a better job of maintaining a board presence, right? Keeping things untapped with leader ability. Reactivating it makes it easier to maintain a board presence. After that, you have 2 of the 3-drop Frieza. Just a good card. 3-drop, searchable off of Zarbon, 25k swing, and it's also a 10k counter. The big difference between this is we go down to 2 Cooler. He's not super prevalent in this deck because you can't really tap and then restand like you can with Cooler on your opponent's turns as well to use its effect as well. But it's still a great blocker, still a great effect when attacking. You can use it to attack, KO a character, or tap down something, and then restand it at the end of the turn so it can still block the next turn. After that is the 4-drop Frieza. This is just the bread and butter, right? Whereas with Cooler, you're always discarding a card to restand this card. You get to do it for free at the end of the turn, so you never have to really worry about your Frieza not being able to swing on the next turn. The problem is that it can't swing twice like it can with Cooler, right? And obviously the value of having 2 40k swings is very good. So, kind of a setback of not being able to swing twice, but also you get to keep card advantage with Frieza, which is the main difference between the two. Then we go with 3 golden Friezas. This is just our closer if 4-drop Frieza is not enough. And then 4 super combos and 2 supernovas. I think 2 is the right number for this deck, especially with green just being so prevalent in the meta. You don't really get to tap down too many things with supernova anymore and keep things rested. It is good for the 20k extra swing, but not as good for maintaining board state. So without further ado, let's hop into a gameplay and example video, show you guys kind of how this deck works. As you can see here, we're doing a pretty good job right now, just chilling in Silver 2 with this deck. I just haven't been playing as much, so let's hop into a game here. Show you versus Kim, who I believe was playing Cooler. so you guys can kind of see the main key differences in this deck. Yep, so we are playing Cooler. This is as strong of a starting hand, I think, as you're ever going to get with this deck. So we're definitely going to keep that. And he gets to go first. I'm not sure what's best yet with yellow. Just in general, if first or second. I think you want to go second with Cooler. With Frieza, I don't think it matters. I think you can... You're fine either way. I think you like going second, though, because you can do the Raccoon combo so early. So he's going to swing 20k at life, crit. Just going to have to take, not giving away card advantage, because I'm naturally going to get card advantage anyways, right? So I'm going to swing, take 15. He's going to take. And then, yeah, I think the best play here is to play the Zarbon, take a life, and just swing 20k at him as well. Yep, and that is what we do. And now we have the combo on board next turn for Raccoon Ginyu Frieza. We're going to awaken next turn. The plan is working out really well. So passing on to his turn. Going to go back to the 20 crit. I'm just going to take. I have all the cards I need in hand here. What does he get? He gets a Kui out of me. That's fine. As long as he's not hitting anything super vital, which is really good. He's going to go 20. Tap down my Zarbon so I can't use it. Let's see what I decide to do here. Yeah, I just decided to let him have it. Probably worth defending there. The problem is there's not a card in my hand that I wanted to get rid of yet. So, I just decide to let it go. Yeah, and so now we're going to go wide. We're going to go with the Raccoon Ginyu. And then probably the 2-drop Frieza. Yeah, especially seeing that we drew into the knees. And we are already at our 4 life. We're definitely going to go into the Frieza. And so our board state is just so massive already, right? So we're just going to swing 20 at him, 25 even. The Sorbet was there just so Ginyu effect would activate. He's just going to take. Yep. We're going to awaken. Because unlike Cooler, I don't have the critical, so there's really no point in me not awakening. And I'm just going to start swinging. So another 20k. He's going to take that one, obviously. And then one more 20k. He's going to awaken, and he's going to give me a card. Man, the alt-art Cooler is so sick. Yeah, going to combo. He gives me a 4-drop Frieza, so I know what's coming next turn, right? I know that there's a possibility of him playing 4-drop Frieza next turn, but it doesn't really do anything for him, right? Well, that's not true. He could clear board with 4-drop Frieza. He gives me another 4-drop Frieza combo out to 25k. So honestly, I'm okay with that. I'm just going to assume he has another one in hand. And so I'm going to restand my Raccoon and my 2-drop Frieza. Just harder for him to tap down the Raccoon, and 2-drop Frieza is just super valuable. So I'm going to try to protect this Ginyu, see what he gives me. If I'm going to force a 4-drop, I'm going to force him to swing into it. I was hoping it was Frieza, but it's fine. He's going to swing 30 into it. I'm going to let it go at that point. And he's going to leader effect. And he has to swing at life. Again, no cards in hand that I really want to get rid of, so I'm just going to take this life. Going down to 3 life, not super scary here. All right, charge the Sorbet. So now we're at 4. Now we can make things happen. I'm just going to go 20 at life. He's going to give me a card. Try to stay healthy. Yep. Going to play a Ginyu. And then restand 2 energies, so just get to play the Ginyu for free. We're going to swing 30 into this King Cold, see if he's going to give me a card. He does. And so since he gives me a card, I'm just going to go ahead and play the 4-drop Frieza and just say, look, if you're going to give me a lot of cards for this, I'm fine with it. He gives me a super combo, so he swings 50. At this point, I think I'm pretty okay with trying to kill this. So I'm going to go one more swing at it. He goes to 40. And I'm going to swing at it again. Probably not the smartest play, but I think as long as I kill this card, there's no way for me to lose next turn. 2 cards in hand, it's scary. I make a read here thinking that he's going to try to clear my board versus trying to swing at me. So, but if he attacks at life, versus attacking the board. I just opened myself up to a golden Frieza turn, essentially. Not the case, though. He's going to go ahead and focus on clearing board, which tells me that I'm going to live this turn. He doesn't even play anything. Leaves 4 energy up. Let's see what his hand was. Let's pause this real quick and just see if we can see what his hand was. 2 golden Friezas and a super combo. So at this point, I know that my opponent is bricked up, right? For him to not play a card with 3 cards in hand, 4 energy, tells me that he is struggling in hand. He's going to go ahead and take that hit. I'm at 5. So I'm going to go ahead and swing 20 again. He gives me a sorbet. I'm going to swing 40. He's going to take here. So now I'm in an interesting perspective. I think that this King Cold can't kill me. It's going to stay rested next turn. So, and I have combo in hand. I'm going to go ahead and just rest this down. And I'm just going to swing 35. Play it safe. So he's going to give me a card. He's going to give me a super combo. And I feel pretty confident that I'm going to be able to live next turn, right? I know that I have a super combo, so I could play it around the 5-drop. He charges a 5-drop. And he's just going to swing 20. So I'm just going to combo out. Stay at 3 life. So if he plays 5-drop, I only go down to 1 life. And I am pretty much sealed winning the game. Going to discard a card, try to restand. And that does not work. You cannot restand off my turn, on your turn, off of the Frieza effect. So just concedes the game, and that is the game. I think either way, the game was over. He was going to swing 30. I was going to super combo, and then he would swing Golden Frieza, and I would just take that and go down to 1 and then win next turn. So that was the game regardless. And yeah, that's how the deck works. Very strong deck, very fun deck. I hope you guys enjoy this type of content. If you do, leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.